What is going on, guys? It is your boy, Forever One Ghost here, coming at you with another anime review today. And it's only me and my homie to the left. Say what's up, Crumb.
What's up, guys?
Today we're going to be reviewing Yu Yu Hakusho, the Spirit Detective. So, this is going to be a very, very awesome review. I wanted to do this review for a long time, but I want to get the facts straight, so I don't want to make it sound like I don't know what I'm talking about or do know what I'm talking about, because I remember the show how well I remember it as to how I watched it. So I'm going to let my homie Crumb tell you the details of what happened. And we'll share our opinions and thoughts, give this anime review, and we'll go from there. So take it away there, Crumb.
So, Yu Yu Hakusho is about a boy named Yusuke Urameshi, a delinquent at a high school. As we all know, that's how most of the best animes start. One day he was walking down the road and this kid's ball just goes into the middle of the street, and as the kid's going to get it, a car is driving super fast. So Yusuke saves the kid by pushing him out of the way, but ends up killing himself in the process. As he notices what's going on, he meets a spirit ghost called Botan, and she is the pilot of the River Styx that will lead him either to the underworld or the spirit world. Pretty much what he is told is that there's no room in heaven or hell, so they go to the leader, Koenma, the underworld's son, the underworld ruler king's son, Enma. Yes. And Koenma gives him a challenge to hatch an egg. And this egg will pretty much decide on whether he lives or he dies. And the egg hatches through good spirit energy or bad spirit energy, and whichever he chooses will decide on how the egg will hatch. So after a while, the egg finally hatches through good deeds and good spirit, and Yusuke is able to come back to life for good. With that going on, once he returns back to the human world, he is labeled as an underworld detective, which pretty much he watches over the supernatural that is going on in the human world. And that is how Yu Yu Hakusho begins.
Yeah, it's a very awesome story in how he got his powers. He died saving this child that was running in front of a car while this child was trying to rescue his ball. He ended up sacrificing himself and ends up dying when he shouldn't have, as to what my good friend Crumb was saying. So then on, he came back to life, gaining the powers of becoming an underworld detective to make sure that, he keeps the order so that no evil comes or goes from the spirit world or from the underworld or such. And I mean, the story is fantastic. If you guys have not seen the show, I recommend you guys check it out. But what we want to talk to you guys about the Yu Yu Hakusho being such a classic anime, I think Crumb would know better because I haven't seen the show in such a long time. Yusuke Urameshi is a very popular character by all means. He's a very awesome character, gaining his power, developing his powers, and such, and having his friends around him. And such and so, having his friend Kozuma, I think that's how you say it, right?
Kazuma Kuwabara.
Kazuma Kuwabara is one of his closest friends who has his own special abilities as well as to help Yusuke, which is awesome, and having his potential powers to help out the good and make sure that all the spirits that are there are leaving and going to the directions that are in which they're supposed to go. So, what do you remember about the show, Crumb? What do you remember about the Yu Yu Hakusho? What do you know so far as much of the show that you remember when you were watching it on Toonami, like all of us were?
Not too much. I do remember the challenges. Well, not really the challenges. Pretty much him growing up the egg. So the egg, pretty much, as I said, through good and bad deeds, would decide whether it would become a good spirit or a bad spirit. In which case it became a good spirit, but Yusuke went
Hmm.
through so many times when he was still a spirit. He went through so many things and showed so many good deeds that you would just know that it was just going to be a good egg. It really was. And I mean,
For sure, for
in
sure.
the beginning, you see Yusuke as nothing but a good for nothing character, like just a delinquent. But
Yeah,
through
delinquent.
what you see in the times when he's dead and he's helping out all these other spirits that are having trouble moving on, it's, I mean, it just shows a whole different side to him, which shows through the rest of the show as well.
Yeah, yeah. Seeing that he was such a delinquent, but people see the kinder and the good side of him that people might have not expected, but maybe he had it in him. And seeing the direction that he took to help spirits and those that were in need of his help, he'd help them. Of course, he would protect those that were surrounded by evil spirits that just wanted to harm others. But seeing the character develop as such a great character, what I remember from that show is just seeing such a guy with that that incredible shot from his finger, that incredible. Like I used to call it, a shotgun because there's just one shot that it would always end his opponents at one shot. That's it. Boom. you know, and then seeing Kazuma, his best friend, whip out his incredibly powerful sword that he would always have, to help him, and then I remember scenes where he was turning into a demon, like literally turning into a demon, where all of his hair would go longer and turn silver, and he would just become like this ridiculously overpowered character, like this demon, obviously, because he was half demon and half human, you know, and seeing this character develop was incredible. Uh, what were your favorite parts of the show? Like, do you remember any scenes that you recollect very well? And if you don't, it's all good. But do you think that this show should have gotten? I don't know if it ever had another season to it, or maybe it did, or maybe I haven't remembered because I haven't seen it. If you guys know of anything, leave in the comments below and let us know of any information that we don't remember because it's been a long time, but I do remember what I do know. I did my little bit of homework on it, and I do apologize if I seem like I don't, but it's been a little while. But leave in the comments below what you guys think and what you remember of the show. But as I was saying to Crom, what in detail do you remember of the show? Like, do you remember any specific scenes other than the fact that, he was tested to make sure that if, like, he failed, he would end up literally dying, or if he did survive or win or, succeeded, so that he would live and such. But in specifics, what do you remember other than that? Do you remember anything else, or is it just like a little bit of fuzzy memory?
Well, first off, there was 112 episodes, which did go from the beginning of the manga all the way to the very end, which I did enjoy that it went all the way through. And I might say this wrong, I might get this completely wrong, but there was one battle between a character named Rinku, which was a demon that could control yo-yos, and against Kuwabara. And I believe that was the match, and I do believe Rinku won, but it was a fierce battle between them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I just thought it was insane. I started loving yo-yos after that, man. Like,
Yeah, I think I remember. I remember that fight too. He was taking everything he had in front of him, slashing him away with the sword, and he was just using his demon powers and using his techniques against him and the yo-yos and just hitting him with them, hitting him with them, and it was incredible. But there was one fight that I remember, which was with Yusuke, and he was fighting this really big guy. Like he had no shirt. He had like these like very weird muscular body. Like he was a really big dude. I forget who he is. If you guys know who he is, leave in the comments below. And I remember him fighting him, and he was just like kicking him and punching and doing his strategic martial arts against him, and then shooting at him with that devastating laser from his two fingers that he would use. I don't know how long. I got a question. I don't remember this as well either. How long can he? How many times can he shoot that? Only once or simultaneously, as long as he wants, or is it how much
I believe
energy he can absorb to do it?
I believe in the beginning Yusuke was only able to do 3 shots. And if he did a shotgun, then it was just one.
Oh, a shotgun.
Yeah, if he did a spirit shotgun, then it was just one a day. But he was able allowed 3 spirit guns. And I believe you're talking about Toguro.
Yeah, that big guy that he fought and he oh, I remember that fight. Damn. It's been so long, man. The nostalgia. Again, like it's been a while for both of us, honestly. Like we remember the show so well and remember in detail the fights, certain fights that he did. You know, him turning into a demon and seeing Yusuke fighting off. What was the guy's name again? Pardon.
Ah, crap! I just scrolled down him. I mean, we all know this from heart. Younger Torugo.
Younger Toruga.
Or
Yeah, yeah.
Toguro.
That was
Toguro, my bad.
Say what?
Toguro. Younger Toguro.
Toguro. Okay, yeah, Toguro. Okay, yeah, that was the guy. Wow, I remember that fight so well. It was incredible. It was one of my maybe like second, maybe to third favorite fights in that show. It was insane. It was just insane of the show. Like honestly, Crumb, where do you put this anime? Like where would you place this anime? Like on a top 10, 20, top 5?
Personally, for me, it was a top 10. It really was. It was actually one of the original mangas I read. One of the very few in the beginning of me reading that I actually read and enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought it was absolutely great seeing the anime. It was I mean, you couldn't find a better concept of a story, you know?
Yeah, I think I agree with you as well. I think it's a definite top 10. It's a classic anime. I'm pretty sure they still have it in many apps where you can watch, like Crunchyroll, Viewster. I'm pretty sure they have those shows. If you guys are interested, you should go check that show out and watch it again. It was on Toonami for a very long time, and so were a lot of other animes like Inuyasha and Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho,
Inuyasha still
Canon.
goes on, I believe.
So many classic animes. It's ridiculous. I mean, but definitely a top 10 anime. Where would you rate this anime? From the scale of 1 to 10, where would you top this?
What, like 1 being the best, or?
Oh, 10 being the best, 1 being like complete shit.
7.
A solid 7. All right, I respect that. I respect that. Why?
Well, like I said, it did have its own unique structure. And given the art style, it is old, but I mean, I feel like it just could have had a little bit more. It sort of threw itself in a bit too fast.
Okay, definitely. I like the show. I definitely think it could have added more in detail. Obviously, they did speak a little bit about its background, a little bit about his friend's background as well. I think in the 100 and how many? 102 episodes?
122, I believe.
122 episodes.
112,
right,
my
I guess
bad.
they had enough. What were you saying? I'm sorry?
112.
Okay, 112 episodes that they had. So I'm pretty sure they had in detail stuff into it because I remember a little bit about his mom and dad and them talking about the mother being a drunk and the father was a demon for Yusuke that I remember. If I'm wrong, guys, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, so I definitely would give this show a definite 8. You know, being such a classic anime, being one of the first animes of many that I've seen in the past few years, and remembering it so I mean, not well, but I mean, I remember certain things, which is good because it's like to remember that much or even anything at all is incredible. I'm very happy with the show. I think it was a great show. I think it spoke as well as it could. I mean, I wish it could have went a little bit more into the show. I kind of hope that they do remake it again or redo it or make it again or make a season, a second or a third season. I don't know how many seasons they made. Or even add on to the next season to it, so we can get see more of that character. And if they did, let me know, guys. I would love to see that.
I would like to see a remake because I would like to see a remake. This was it was made in 1992 to 1994, so I would.
Wow.
I think a remake
Dude,
definitely would be.
I was born 1 year after the show was made.
Damn.
I was born in 91.
Nice.
Yeah, that's incredible. Wow.
You mean
I
1
didn't
year
even know
before
that.
then?
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, that's a great anime. If you guys have not seen it or want to see it, check it out on Crunchyroll or on Viewster or any animes you suggestively go and check out. Crumb, I think our next review we'll be doing on Clan. This one we'll go a little bit more in depth with. This one was sort of like we were doing our homework a little bit on it, but we started forgetting a little bit of things. We started going back into stuff and information that we did remember. And I do apologize if this didn't seem too well informed on the show, and I apologize on that as well. But do not worry, Clannad will get its love and its affection, and it's just going to be a big one.
There was no Wikipedia used in the making of this video.
No Wikipedia whatsoever. We did this right off what we remembered. And if any information is corrected, then thank you for that. But yeah, Clannad's going to be hard because that has a special place in my heart, my friend. That show, whew.
I'll have to do my research.
You should watch it, dude. Honestly, fucking one of the best animes in history. This is a definite top 3. Easy. Definite top 3.
Alright.
Alright, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this incredible anime review video by the homie Crumb. Thank you so much, Crumb, for helping me out. And, of course, make sure to follow him on Twitter. What's your Twitter, homie? Let them know.
It is the_real_Crumb.
And make sure to follow me at Forever One Ghost on everything. And make sure to subscribe to me on YouTube at Forever One Ghost F1G. Make sure to subscribe to my homie Crumb as well. What's your YouTube, homie? Let them know as well.
Oh, that one's a tough one. We might have to put the link in the description below.
All right, we'll have to put that in the description below. But as always, guys, stay awesome, stay blessed, keep watching anime. And as always, guys, go suck.
Goodbye.